The world woke up, but its digital heart had stopped beating. One by one, the giants fell. Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, all dark. This was no glitch. It was a global shutdown. The silence was deafening. In homes everywhere, a strange new reality dawned. The digital wilderness had arrived. Humanity was about to be tested. This mockumentary follows a world unplugged through chaos, silence, and unexpected discovery. Could we survive 24 hours without digital noise? The clock was ticking. The ultimate survival challenge had just begun. The first hour was chaos, a digital apocalypse. Refresh buttons were tapped again and again. Nothing. Error messages replaced endless feeds. Phones, once portals to the world, became useless glass and metal. Panic spread. Social media addiction is real. Dopamine hits from likes and notifications create dependency. When that source is cut off, the brain craves it. The digital wilderness was hostile, disconnected, isolated, adrift in silence. For the first hour, millions felt amputated without warning. 3 hours in, panic faded into something stranger, a phantom limb for the digital age. People reached for their phones out of habit, thumbs hovering over vanished apps. Each time the realization hit, it's gone. Frustration and loss followed, again and again. The silence was now an active presence. The average person checks their phone nearly 100 times a day, habits carved deep. The shutdown broke the loop, but the impulse remained. Restless and agitated, people wandered their homes, unsure what to do with their hands or minds. The world felt slower, emptier. Without the ability to broadcast, communication became intentional. If you wanted to talk, you had to reach out directly. The performative aspect of social media was gone. You couldn't curate your life or see what everyone else was doing. A new anxiety emerged, the fear of being forgotten, not just missing out. The world shrank to the people physically around you. The illusion of global connection vanished. The phantom limb of social media ached. The wilderness was closing in. Struggle to stay sane in a world gone quiet. 12 hours in, something new emerged. Discovery. People surrendered to the quiet and found things they'd forgotten. Old books were pulled from shelves, stories rediscovered. The brain, starved of quick hits, latched onto deep, slow nourishment. Creativity stirred, guitars strummed, pencils sketched, words written for no audience but themselves. People baked, gardened, built things with their hands. These activities required focus and presence, the very things social media erodes. The silence became a canvas. Families, once isolated by screens, began to talk, really talk. Board games replaced memes, laughter echoed through homes. Siblings had real conversations. Outside, parks filled with kids playing, neighbors chatting. Community moved from digital to physical. The process was awkward but beautiful. The halfway mark was not an ordeal, but an opportunity. The pain of withdrawal gave way to the pleasure of rediscovery. People realized they were more than their online profiles. Interests, talents, and relationships existed offline. The digital wilderness became fertile ground for growth. For the first time, there was hope. As the 18th hour arrived, the world felt different, calmer. The frantic energy was gone, replaced by a steady rhythm. People weren't just passing time, they were living it. The air felt clearer, free from the hum of digital chatter. Parks and trails filled with people, not for photos but for sunsets and fresh air. Details once overlooked, the color of leaves, the sound of birds, were noticed again. It was a sensory reawakening. Inside, homes glowed with conversation, music, and shared meals. Families connected over real experiences, not just shared memes. The home became a cohesive, interacting unit. Social media promises connection but often delivers a shallow imitation. True connection requires presence and attention. The shutdown forced authenticity. People discovered their real selves were enough. The wilderness was no longer a threat, it was a sanctuary. The final hours promised a new beginning. The 24th hour arrived with a new dawn. The frantic desire to log back on was gone, replaced by peace. People woke up rested, minds clear, anxiety vanished. They had survived the digital wilderness and come out stronger. The end of the shutdown brought quiet reflection, not cheers. They remembered panic, boredom, and then discovery. They had lived a full day, books, art, family, play, without a single like or comment. They found self-worth beyond follower counts, happiness beyond validation. When the apps returned, people hesitated. Phones felt different, less a limb, more a tool. The endless scroll seemed less appealing. The real, the tangible, the authentic now called to them. The silence had healed, not broken the world. The great disconnection was a reset, a reminder that life is lived offline. The challenge was over, but the journey of discovery had just begun. They had survived and truly learned how to live.